Ever wondered why some individuals, the Sigmas, always seem to be shrouded in an aura of mystery, keeping their personal life hidden? Welcome into the world of Sigma personalities, a realm where enigma and introversion reign supreme. In the broad spectrum of personality types, Sigmas stand out as a unique blend of traits that often leaves the rest of us scratching our heads in bewilderment. Sigmas, often mistaken for loners or rebels, are actually a distinct type of introvert. Unlike their alpha or beta counterparts, they don't vie for the limelight or seek validation from others. Instead, they prefer their own company, finding comfort in solitude and introspection. But what sets them apart? Their independence, for one. These free spirits don't adhere to societal norms and expectations. They march to the beat of their own drum, shaping their world according to their rules. They don't need a pack to thrive. They're self-sufficient, self-reliant, and fiercely independent. Another defining characteristic of Sigmas is their analytical nature. They're deep thinkers, always observing, always evaluating. They have a unique perspective on life that's often different from the mainstream. This, coupled with their tendency to keep their thoughts to themselves, contributes to their enigmatic persona. But it's not just about being introverted or independent. Sigmas are also incredibly self-aware. They understand their strengths and weaknesses better than anyone else. This self-awareness guides their actions and decisions, reinforcing their need for privacy and solitude. So it's clear that Sigmas are indeed a unique breed. They may be misunderstood, labeled as antisocial or aloof, but beneath this exterior lies a personality that's complex, multifaceted, and intriguing. It's a personality that values privacy, cherishes independence, and embraces introspection. And yet, this brings us back to our original question. So the question stands: why do these Sigmas choose to keep their personal lives under wraps? Is it a defense mechanism, a result of their introverted nature, or something else entirely? Join us as we delve deeper into the Sigma Enigma in our next segment. To understand a Sigma's private nature, let's delve into the psychological underpinnings that drive them. When you think of a Sigma personality, you might picture a lone wolf, an enigma, someone who marches to the beat of their own drum. This isn't a mere coincidence, but rather a manifestation of certain psychological traits that are inherent in Sigmas. One of these is a deep-seated desire for autonomy. Sigmas value their independence and self-reliance above all else. They are the masters of their own destiny, the captains of their own ship. This drive for autonomy often leads them to keep their personal life under wraps. After all, the less people know about you, the less they can interfere, right? Then there's the preference for solitude. Unlike extroverts who draw energy from social interactions, or even introverts who enjoy the company of a close-knit circle, Sigmas thrive in solitude. They find peace in their own company, comfort in their own thoughts. This preference doesn't stem from antisocial tendencies, but rather from a deep appreciation of introspection and self-discovery. The more time they spend by themselves, the more they understand and evolve. And to maintain this state of solitude, they often choose to keep their personal life hidden from the world. Lastly, Sigmas have a tendency to avoid societal norms or expectations. They don't just color outside the lines, they redraw the lines altogether. They believe in carving their own path, regardless of how unconventional it might seem to others. By keeping their personal life private, they maintain their freedom to live as they please, unencumbered by societal expectations or judgments. In essence, the secrecy of a Sigma is not a mask they put on, but a reflection of their innermost desires and values. It's not about being mysterious for the sake of it, but about preserving their autonomy, cherishing their solitude, and rejecting societal norms that don't align with their principles. It seems Sigmas' secretive nature is not a whim, but a deeply ingrained part of their personality. Contrary to common belief, Sigmas' solitude is not a product of compulsion, but a conscious choice. This is a crucial point to understand when unraveling the enigma that is the Sigma personality. These individuals are not the loners of society by any means. Rather, they are the masters of their own solitude, choosing to bask in their own company over the hustle and bustle of social gatherings. Sigmas often prefer solitude, not because they harbor any ill will or dislike for their fellow humans. Far from it. They simply value their independence and personal space more than the average person. They are those who find comfort and freedom in their own thoughts, in their own silence, in their own rhythm. They are the ones who find solace in their own solitude, choosing to retreat within themselves rather than lose themselves in the crowd. To the outside world, this may seem like an act of social defiance or a sign of antisocial behavior. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that Sigmas are fiercely independent, self-reliant individuals. They are not running away from society, but rather, they are running towards their own self-discovery, their own self-growth. This choice of solitude often contributes to the secretive nature of their personal life. By choosing to stay away from societal norms and expectations, they inadvertently create a veil of mystery around themselves. They are the ones who walk on the path less traveled, the ones who march to the beat of their own drum. Their lives are not open books, but rather, they are intricate mazes waiting to be unraveled. So, when you see a Sigma choosing solitude over social gatherings, remember, it's not a sign of antisocial behavior. It's not a sign of disliking others. It's simply a reflection of their unique perspective on life. They are the ones who have chosen to dance in the rain while the world seeks shelter. They are the ones who have chosen to embrace their solitude while the world fears loneliness. Thus, a Sigma's solitude is not a sign of antisocial behavior, but a reflection of their unique perspective on life. A Sigma's personal life is often likened to a fortress, not because they have something to hide, but because they cherish their solitude. This is a fitting metaphor, as fortresses are both strong and self-contained, much like the Sigma personality. Sigmas, in their own unique way, hold their personal life close to their chest. This is not due to any clandestine reasons or because they are antisocial. Rather, it's a reflection of their strong sense of independence and autonomy. They are the masters of their universe, the captains of their own ships. Their personal life is their sanctuary, a place where they can be themselves, unburdened by the expectations and judgments of the society at large. Sigmas are often misunderstood as being secretive, but the truth is they simply value their personal space and choose to share it sparingly. They don't feel the need to broadcast their lives on social media or share every detail with the world. Instead, they prefer to live their lives quietly, enjoying the peace and tranquility that solitude offers. This does not mean they shun human connection or interactions. On the contrary, when they do choose to open up, they form deep and meaningful relationships. Their fortress of solitude is not built out of bricks of secrecy, but rather, it's constructed with blocks of self-reliance, autonomy, and introspection. It's a place where they can retreat, recharge, and reflect on their experiences. It's a space where they can cultivate their thoughts, ideas, and dreams without the noise and distractions of the outside world. Sigmas are not hiding behind fortress walls. They are simply living within them, embracing their solitude and using it as a tool for personal growth and self-discovery. They understand that solitude is not loneliness, but rather, it's a state of being that allows for self-reflection and self-improvement. In essence, a Sigma's personal life is a fortress, not of secrets, but of solitude. It's a testament to their strength, their independence, and their unique approach to life. It's not a barrier to keep others out, but a sanctuary where they can be their authentic selves. So, what have we learned about the elusive Sigma and their hidden personal life? We've delved into the layers of the Sigma persona, a fascinating enigma that often leaves others intrigued and perplexed. We've explored the psychological factors that drive them to shroud their personal lives in secrecy. Sigmas are not just introverts. They are independent thinkers, self-reliant, and often prefer solitude over social interaction. We've also learned that this secrecy isn't a sign of insecurity or arrogance. Rather, it's a byproduct of their intrinsic desire for freedom, their need for mental space, and their uncompromising value for personal privacy. It's their fortress of solitude, a sanctuary where they can recharge and refocus. And remember, their preference for solitude is a choice, not a compulsion. They choose to live life on their terms, unburdened by societal expectations and norms. In the end, understanding a Sigma's secretive nature is all about respecting their unique perspective on life and their uncompromising value for personal space.